Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Sarah Sutton. I'm an indie author of 6 young adult romance books. And today, we're going to be talking about my 5th book. My 4th book. The day that this video is coming out, it's Can't Catch Your Breath's 1-year anniversary since being published. And I am so stoked about it. It feels like it was just yesterday we were publishing this book. I feel like I say that all the time. Is that like a cliche line right now? But it really does feel like yesterday that I was publishing it. However, it feels like it's been a very long time since I've read the interior of it. I actually wanted to go back and reread this in October. Pardon me, ma'am. When I was rereading If the Broom Fits, I really wanted to go back and reread this because honestly, these two, Vincent, I think is a high up there. My favorite love interests, but I love Addie and I love their dynamic and I really wanted to go back and reread it, but I'm like, you know what, no, hold off because you're going to want to reread it for January when it has its 1-year anniversary. And yeah, that's where we're at, 1 year. We're diving in and I'm so excited. I'm going to sneeze. I put this hoodie on and it literally has like fuzzies all like in the hood, so when the hood caught on my hair, oh my gosh, I have fuzzies all in my hair. Today's video, we are going to be reading this book and I will be recording my reactions and talking all about like fun things with the book and how that all came to be. And we're going to be looking over the very first chapter from the very first drafts, plural, because this book has gone through quite the evolution process. And I think this book has been through the most edits and the biggest edits out of all my books. So it's going to be fun to like look back and see what's different, things like that. And we're going to read the few more scenes that involve these two because I think it's interesting to see them interact. You know, if I'm remembering correctly anyway. With all that being said, let's dive into the reading process. All right, chapter 1. Look at that little header. So cute. Oh, guys, Can't Catch My Breath. It is a winter romance. Opposites attract. There's not really a hard and fast established trope. Like, it's not friends to lovers. It's not enemies to lovers. Opposites attract, I think, is probably the best that I can describe it as. And there's some grief in there. I'd never experienced loss before my dad died. Ooh. Man, I guess I forgot that we jumped right into the dead dad talk. It's fine. Talk about it, girl. Let it out. I've been dreaming about going back to school like a nerd. We love that about you, girl. Oh, I forgot she was on the dance planning committee. Adeline Annabelle Arden. I forgot that was her name. That's so cute. Oh, I love this. I love this. Hang on. Addie is a junior in high school? I thought she was a senior. I'm honestly dumbstruck, thunderstruck, whatever the phrase is. Speechless. I'm speechless as well. She's a junior? Is Vincent a junior? No, he's gotta be a senior. Vincent is a senior, right? Hang on here. Wait a second. I've written short stories about them. They're like a short story where like they're hang on, because it says Vesta followed me to the junior lockers. Why is she going to the junior lockers? She's a junior? Future valedictorian is Bryce Jacob Calhoun. So is Bryce a junior too? There's a line on page 11. It says, it was like I'd fallen into a lake of water, which also, what else would a lake consist of? That's embarrassing. A lake of water in the middle of winter, instantly turning into an Addie Arden popsicle. Now, if you've read Can't Catch My Breath, did you catch it? Did you get why I'm like, ooh? No? Okay, I think this is the part where if she says that he is a senior or not. I'm pretty sure he's a senior. You know, I will say, I think out of all of the first chapters that I've written, I think this first chapter is one of the best ones that I have written. It feels very strong. And like you meet the love interest in the first chapter, you meet the friend group in the first chapter, like her normal setting is kind of established a little bit. And then you get like the hint of conflict that's gonna come. So I think this is like a really solid first chapter that I've written. If I do say so myself. Like I'm trying to think of like Out of My Leagues is okay. I think it's good. What Are Friends For is the underwear one. So that establishes the relationship between Remy and Elijah. If the Broom Fits, she's at a party. It's okay. That's an okay first chapter. Let's rank them, should we? So I think Can't Catch Your Breath is at the top. Two Kinds of Us opens with Stella turning back into Destelle. I would actually say that's probably number 2. That's a good one too. Which is good because it's like a recent book. Points to me. I would say that's another one. That's good. What was Christmas As We Know It's first chapter? I literally published it like 2 months ago and I cannot remember. She's been told that they have to go to Florida. That could be like number 4. I think maybe, so it goes Can't Catch Your Breath, Two Kinds of Us, What Are Friends For, Christmas As We Know It, Out of My League, and then If the Broom Fits. I think. In terms of like engaging, you know? I mean, I think they're all pretty good, but I would say this is like a solid number 1. This one's really good, I think, because it establishes her character, friendship characters, a hint of the relationship with the mom, love interest, conflict. I think that, and I think it just comes across very nicely, if I had to say so myself. But it also does not say if he is a senior or not. I could have sworn Addie was a senior. Anyway, we're gonna move on from that. I'm sorry. Y'all, so Vincent Costello is a senior. So it says, before the accident, I never thought about Vincent Costello. Never. He was a senior, didn't play sports, and from what I could remember, he wasn't very artsy either. Wasn't on any committees. I knew nothing about him. But you just said he wasn't very artsy, and that he's not on a committee. You know that about him, girl. But now, after the accident, all I could think about was his dad. I don't know. We have to get to the part where they're interacting. They mentioned Principal Martinez. Is that the principal's name from What Are Friends For? It doesn't sound right. Principal. Yeah, weird. If someone were to make a quiz about all my books, I wonder if I'd pass it. What is the principal's name from What Are Friends For? I would have gotten that one very wrong. I did not even know what it was. The scene, it's the scene where he comes. I wrote this line, he stood not even 6 feet from me, expression perfectly and utterly blank. I wrote that in the middle of the pandemic, where you have to stay 6 feet apart, you know? So, that's why I wrote that, in case you were curious. Vincent. She's just staring at him. She was in the middle of a Yeah, he was a senior and I was a junior. Our schedules never overlapped. How did I not remember that? I wrote that. Well, one of my short stories, I guess, is technically not canon. Because I'm pretty sure the short story that I just released in December, I mentioned her being in college. Did I? I don't know if I did or not. I thought, in my head, I thought she was in college. But I don't know if I ever wrote it down. If I didn't write it down, then it's not. It's okay. Then it's okay. Cheese Louise in a bag of cheese. Oh. You can't tell me Vincent isn't like the cutest. I mean, you can. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. You should really get something to crouch on, though. He took a careful step closer, combat boots crunching the slushy grit of the road, and offered a hand. The ring on his middle finger glinted. Come on, you must be freezing. Whatever you've got on your legs doesn't look thick enough to be kneeling in snow. He's just so cute. Guys. Vincent goes through the process of describing how to change a tire. like the term pinch weld is used. Would not have known that. I actually asked my brother, who worked at one of those like tire companies. I was like, you know what, take me outside, walk me through how you change a tire. And he did. We didn't actually change it. We should have, because like, hello. But he walked me through, like, and he was talking about the pinch weld. I'm like, hey, writing that down. Wrote it down, made it into the book. I just had that like realization where I think I had it when I was reading Waterfronts 4 too. I had that realization that I'm literally gushing about a guy that I made up. It was like a stab of patheticness that just like washed through me. Then I'm like, oh, I'm very single. You know a lot about cars? I asked him, straining against the bolts, fighting to free the tire. Changing a tire isn't rocket science. Oh, rude. Okay, so different outfit, different quality because I'm now on StreamYard. And I figured this might be the easiest way to record a screen recording rather than kind of like layering it and editing. It's a pain to edit videos when I'm doing a screen recording because I have to match things up perfectly. So I decided I would just come on here and film it on StreamYard. So hello. What we're gonna do right now though is we're going to actually read the very first draft ever, the first chapter of the draft. And I actually recently found it. So on Patreon, I had thought we recently did like a short story. Well, I call it a short story, but it's not. We recently did a thing where we talked about where I went over like a first chapter and I read it. Turns out that one was not the first chapter. This one is the first chapter. So we're gonna look at that. All right. All right. This book, this was created, I think, oh, fudge, I forgot. June 7th, 2019. And the last time that I modified it was November 11th, 2019. So let's go. Sunnyside eggs for you with some extra crispy bacon and a double order of hash browns, I said as I laid the plate in front of an elderly man, careful not to let the eggs slide on the plate. Wow, okay, right off the bat, plate twice in the same sentence. My eyes scanned the table's surface, taking everything in. Can I get you anything else for now? The older man glanced up at me, his smile wrinkled and wide. I would love some more coffee, Sienna. Oh my gosh. I forgot. Well, I mean, I didn't forget, but her name is Sienna. Yes, that was what it was originally. I think it was Sienna. And then we changed it. No, originally it was Vivian. I mean, I like the name. I love the name. But Vivian and Vincent, I just don't think it goes together. So it was initially Vivian because his name was always Vincent. Initially Vivian, then Sienna, and then Addie. It always made me jolt when a customer said my name, spoken as if they knew me personally. Even though it was printed on my name tag, it felt strange to hear. When trained to be a server, we're taught the basic rule of traditional hospitality. Why does this matter? Look guests in the eye, offer a warm smile upon greeting, treat customers like family and friends, or friends and family. I have no words, to be honest. I don't even know what to say. It shows up. So this draft came up to me like 45,000 words. So this was a short draft. Actually, I don't think I finished it. The restaurant I worked at was called Madeline's Place, which sounded just as quaint as it was. Does it sound quaint? Or I think this was meant to be phrased as, which was just as quaint as it sounded, because otherwise that's so odd. The 13-table diner was home to the world's best hash browns and wait staff, if I did say so myself. It was my safe haven, a place where I could go and forget about life for a little while. Almost a year under my belt now, and I loved every second about it. The best part, it was 45 minutes from home. I never saw anyone I knew. Josh ducked his head to look at me through the little heated window that separated the kitchen from the front of the diner, the place where the food was put when it was ready to be delivered. I'm sure that has an actual name. Like, I'm sure it's called, like, the heat window or something like that. I don't think I really needed all of this description. Josh and his wife, Maddie, opened Madeline's Place 2 years ago after they got married, naming it after her. Wow, go figure. Wow, her name is Maddie. I wonder. Fudge nuts. I made my way to the coffee machine, quickly loading new grounds, and glanced to the cash register, and then I looked at the clock. Hopefully they come soon. This is so boring. Can you see why we changed it? Also, yeah, she's got a job, guys. I guess I didn't really remember that. If not, you can split their grilled cheese sandwich and extra fries with me. I threw a smile at him where he still peeked underneath the warmer. I'm so happy this is the right peeked. I would have been so sad. Tell me again why you couldn't see them all of break. You said they were home. Well, two of them anyway. Vesta and your boyfriend, what's his name? Byron? His name is Bryce, I corrected, grabbing the carafe and twisting off the top. And yeah, they stayed home, but they thought I was in Mexico on vacation. Why would you say that out loud? Like, you don't gotta tell your boss everything. In blank, actually. I've never been to blank, but I've heard it's beautiful. I've been sending them pictures of sandy beaches and palm trees off the internet for the past week. Honestly, it's pretty smart. Josh and Maddie, they didn't get high school. Each time I brought it up, they'd give me their looks or pass each other glances. Being on the top was easy, but staying on top, impossible without putting some work into it. They could be judgy all they wanted, but they truly didn't get it. They didn't truly get it. There we go. And what happened a year ago didn't help matters any. In fact, it only made everything harder. What could have happened a year ago? Oh my gosh. The golden maroon colors of my school were stitched onto a varsity sweater, and without another thought, I dropped to my knees behind the counter. The floor behind it was sticky, my palms flat against the tiles. They didn't see me. They didn't see me. They didn't see me. Josh's voice came from I don't know why I'm speaking so dramatic. Josh's voice came from behind me. Are you okay? Yeah, I said, or whispered really. Lost my contact. I actually want to like talk about this for a second. In freaking like movies, people are like, "Oh my gosh, I lost my contacts. I gotta look for it." If I were to drop a contact on the floor, goodbye. It's gone. It's not going back in my eyeball. Okay? It's not. It's definitely not. I've never understood it, and I can't believe that I actually included it. But I think I would have had contacts at this point. Past Sarah, did you not think about how the fact that you would never do this? If you dropped your contact, you would say sayonara. Obviously, this is a lie, but hello. Yes, I should have read the next line. You're gonna put that thing back in your eye? Literally. Literally. Why would you? What were they doing here? Greenville was so far from Addison. Who comes all this way for crappy diner food? Excuse me, didn't she just say the food was good and the waitstaff was even better? Home to the world's best hash browns and waitstaff. Hello. Why is it crappy? Shaking, I forced my gaze to lift, to find the eyes of a girl standing on the other side of the cash register. Lord, how many times can we say cash register in this frickin' chapter? She wasn't from Addison. My secret was still safe. For now. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Air rushed back into my lungs. I pushed myself on the floor, dusting out the front of my dress. Dress? Why do you have a dress on? Sorry about that, I told her, plastering on the biggest smile I could. Just had to restock the sugars. That was so cringe. Everything about that was so cringe. Like, why didn't her boss say, get your butt off the floor and go help your customers? You know what I mean? That's that one. That was the first little draft that we read. I know there's maybe one more part that I might include, but maybe I'll include it in like the vlog for Friday because this video is already getting so long. But yeah, so I'm gonna cut it here. Maybe I'll include one more little snippet in Friday's vlog in case you guys want to go see it. Watch Friday's vlog. But yeah, I'm gonna sign off here. Thank you guys so much for watching and celebrating the 1 year of Can't Catch My Breath with me. The link is down in the description box if you want to go check it out. It's available as an ebook, paperback, an audiobook, and it's available in Kindle Unlimited. So go check it out, guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Sarah Sutton. I'm an indie author of 6 books, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! Oh, I also wanted to say Publish and Thrive is still open for enrollment, and the link is down below, so check it out and publish your books and thrive. Bye, guys.